Hi, hello, and welcome back to Nekopara Volume 2, everybody. Last time, we saw Coconut and Izuki get into it a bit on the floor, and we also learned that this game is going to be more centralized around those two than anyone else, so let us continue on. Why didn't anything ever go well for me, says Coconut. Yo, Coconut, are you on break, asks Kashao? Kashao-sama. I'm so sorry, says Coconut. You're on break, right? No need to apologize, says Kashao. But, says Coconut. I'm sorry, she says. No, really, you don't need to apologize for anything, says Kashao. Her ears and tail flop over pitifully. She's clearly down about something. This looks pretty serious. I'm on break, so I'll make some black tea, says Kashao. You'll have some too, right, Coconut? He asks. Yes. Are you sure it's okay, asks Coconut? I'm not really much help in the store, she says. Yep, this is pretty serious, thinks Kashao. I thought it was just a normal cat fight, but I guess it's not so easy being a cat girl, huh, he wonders to himself. As I mull it over, I pour the now steeped tea into a cup. Don't take things so hard, says Kashao. The pictures uploaded to the blog were really cute, you know, he asks. I wasn't upset about the pictures, says Coconut. I place a cup of tea in front of Coconut. Taking a seat across from her, I sip my own tea. Push yourself too hard and you'll just end up failing, says Kashao. I'm sure there are things that only you can do too, Coconut, says Kashao. You can think of something to do that's closer to your strengths, can't you, he asks. But, knowing me, I'll just end up making things worse, says Coconut. All I can do is, heavy lifting, cleaning, and organizing lines, she says. Why'd I have to end up like this, being such a muscle-brained cat girl, she asks. She's totally beating herself up now. Coconut always tries her hardest while working. I know she is not as useless as she thinks she is. This is something she has to work through on her own, though. There's nothing I can say to cure her of her worries. I gaze at Coconut, her head hung low as I continue to sip my tea. Well then, want to go out with me later this afternoon, asks Kashao? Huh? Go out? Asks Coconut. Walks outside are the best. Right, Master? Asks Chocolate. We're lucky today, says Vanilla. This is the perfect weather for cat girls. It makes me want to curl up, she says. We're not going out for a stroll, okay, asks Kashao. It's a delivery, he says. But after we make the delivery, it's like we're on a date, says Chocolate. Yes, it's practically a date, says Vanilla. So curling up just a little bit wouldn't be unwelcome, she says. Hey, don't just curl up right on the sidewalk, says Kashao. Master doesn't understand us cat girls, says Vanilla. After the delivery, on our way back, I keep my eyes on Chocolate and Vanilla as they frolic along. Even a human like me understands that it's a nice day today, says Kashao. Right, Coconut, he asks. Huh? Yeah, you're right, says Coconut. This kind of weather makes me want to curl up, she says. Even Coconut thinks that way. Is it just part of a cat girl's nature, wonders Kashao? I guess it's kind of surprising, he thinks. Sorry, Kashao-sama, says Coconut. Sorry for making you worry, she says. I'm not particularly concerned about anything here, says Kashao. We just had a lot of stuff to deliver, so I just really need an extra pair of hands, he says. Chocolate and Vanilla have their hands full holding a cake each. Both Coconut and I are also carrying one each, totaling 4 cakes for the delivery. This job is perfectly suited for her, considering her strength and physique. It seems like this customer bought one of our cakes before and really liked it, says Kashao. They wanted to bring some to a party, so they ordered a whole bunch, he says. No wonder we're delivering so much, says Coconut. If we keep getting this many orders, though, I'll have to get a card just for deliveries, says Kashao. And then there'd be even fewer jobs left for me to do, says Coconut. Or maybe I could just write car on my head, she says. I can outrun a mini truck at least, says Coconut. Kashao doesn't say anything. Seems like she still isn't feeling any better. I never realized how low her self-esteem was. I thought that bringing her out for a delivery might be a nice change of pace, but I guess it's not working out that well. Oh, Master, look over there, says Chocolate. That says Vanilla. What do you mean, asks Kashao. I follow Chocolate and Vanilla's gazes. Ah, it's the cat girl sister, says the fruit stand cat. Good afternoon, it's been a while, she says. Long time no see, says Chocolate. Oh, fellow cat girl. Good to see that you're doing well, says Vanilla. Nice to see you too, mister. How have you been, asked the food stand cat. Mister, asked Kashao. Well, I guess I am kinda old from your perspective, says Kashao. Honestly, it's a bit of a shock. Well, I guess the age gap between us is quite significant, no matter how you look at it. Who is she, Kashao-sama? asked Coconut. She's someone we met a while back, says Kashao. Look, you see that Tokiyaki stall? She works there, says Kashao. I point at the food truck, which we haven't seen in a while. Good afternoon, my name's Milk. I'm from the Tokiyaki stand, says the food stand cat. One-chan, you're a cat girl too, right? asked Milk. Just like me, she says. Yeah, just like you, says Coconut. Are you no good with kids, Coconut, asked Kashao. I wouldn't say that, but I'm not really sure how to act around them, says Coconut. Well, you know, saying things like meow meow doesn't really suit me, she says. But I do like kids. I think they're cute, says Coconut. Coconut gets flushed as she tries to explain. Being flustered isn't unlike her, but she shouldn't worry so much. It's kind of like her to try to do more than she can, though. You see, Coco-chan here is actually our big sister, says Chocolate. Wow, you're the big sister of these big sisters? Amazing, says Milk. We have a lot of big sisters. But she's the youngest big sister, says Vanilla. The youngest big sister? Wow, you have so many big sisters. I'm so envious, says Milk. Nah, you know, I'm not really that great of a big sister, says Coconut. No, just having a big sister is already enough to make me envious, says Milk. I mean, having a lot of big cat girl sisters is totally fun, she says. Oh, Milk, says Coconut. Coconut's expression clouds up. Upon seeing Coconut's expression, the little cat girl gazes up at her, worried. Is it not fun for you, asked Milk? Even though you have all these great sisters by your side, she asked. For a moment, she's at a loss for words. She slowly tilts her head left, then right. Well, says Coconut. When I'm with all my big cat girl sisters, it's fun, says Coconut. I knew it was fun. That's great, says Milk. I want to talk to your big sisters too, she says. Yeah, we all work at a place called Soleil, so if you come by, we can chat, says Coconut. It can get pretty hectic sometimes though, says Coconut. Yeah, I totally want to go. I want to talk with more big sisters, says Milk. Come on by, says Chocolate. We'll give you extra special service too, says Vanilla, courtesy of all of us. Looks like she'll be back in high spirits. That's good, says Kashao. I breathe a sigh of relief as I watch the four cat girls chat away. Coconut finally has a smile on her face. There's no need for me to worry anymore. Oh, right. Where's your owner, asks Kashao. Doesn't look like she's around, he says. I peek inside the truck, but it's empty. There's no one else nearby either. If the cat girl is here, then that means her master has got to be somewhere close. Master is out shopping, so I'm keeping watch for now, says Milk. Hey, you know what? Master and I thought of a new kind of tokiyaki, says Milk. The only problem is that we don't have the ingredients to make it right now, she says. So I'm keeping watch over the stall until Master comes back, she says. I really want to try them, and I want all of you to try them too, says Milk. Oh yeah, asked Chocolate? So you came up with it, Milk-chan? That's amazing, she says. Oh, this little cat girl seems to hold many secrets, says Vanilla. Master, Chocolate knows we're on the clock, but we can't just leave now, she says. We'll skip our breaks, so let us just have one, says Vanilla. Alright, says Kashao. Just keep this a secret from everyone else, okay, he asked. Yay! You'll have some too, right, Coconut, asked Kashao. Huh? Oh, says Coconut. Is it alright? You know what they say, those who don't work don't eat, says Coconut. And you've done more than your fair share of work, says Kashao. This is only if you don't spoil your appetite for dinner though, alright, he asked. It'll be fine, I totally love Tokiyaki. Yay, thanks so much, Kashao-sama, says Coconut. Those footsteps, says Milk. It's Master. He's back. See, over there, says Milk. Over there, asked Kashao. On the sidewalk across the street from the park, a single person waiting for the crosswalk light to turn green. You could hear footsteps from that far away, asked Kashao. I'm a cat girl after all, says Milk. I can tell which footsteps are Master's from a mile away, she says. Wait a second, okay? I'll go call Master, she says. Master, the two big sister cat girls from before are here, says Milk. She shouts gleefully as she runs straight towards her master. Without paying attention to what's happening around her, she heads straight for the other side of the road, without realizing that the crosswalk light is still red. Milk-chan, it's a red light. Be careful, says Chocolate. Stop, Milk. There's a car, says Vanilla. Huh? A car, asked Milk. Are you okay? Are you hurt anywhere? Asked Coconut. After a moment of silence, Coconut's kind voice rings clear. Huh? Big sis? Asked Milk. Don't you know it's dangerous to just go jumping out into the street like that? Asked Coconut. You were this close to making your master really, really sad, she says. Tears well up in the young cat girl's eyes. As Coconut cradles her in her arms, they rest on the sidewalk. Her clueless expression slowly melts. Big sister, says Milk. Big sis, says Milk. That sure was scary, huh? Don't cry now. There, says Coconut. It's all over now. Don't cry. Everything will be okay, she says. She comforts her just like one would their own child. Coconut gently whispers to her, hugging the little cat girl tight. I'm sorry, says Milk. It's alright, says Coconut. Don't worry, okay? There, she says. Coconut, is everything okay? Asked Kashao. Yes, says Coconut. Milk doesn't have a single scratch on her. I'm talking about you, dummy, says Kashao. Huh? Me? Asked Coconut. Jumping out to help her like that? How reckless can you be? Asked Kashao. Do you realize that you could have ended up getting hit too? He asked. Kashao-sama, says Coconut. You're right. I'm sorry, she says. When I saw she was in danger, I just dashed out without even thinking about it, says Coconut. No, actually, I'm sorry. I got caught up in the moment, says Kashao. I was too harsh, she says. But if something actually did happen, Shinguri would be so upset, he says. Besides, you're a precious part of my family too, Coconut, says Kashao. So please, don't put yourself in danger, okay, he asked. Instead of carefully choosing my words, I just tell Coconut the first things that come to my mind. Yes, says Coconut. I'll take your words to heart, she says. Coconut nods and looks at me, her gaze unwavering. Milk! Oh, Milk. Are you okay? Asked the food stand owner. Are you really alright? She asked. Master. I'm okay. Big sis saved me, says Milk. Thank you, says the food stand owner. Thank you so very much. I don't know how I could possibly thank you enough, she says. Me? You don't really have to, says Coconut. I really can't tell you how glad I am, says the food stand owner. If I were to lose my beloved cat-girl daughter, I couldn't even, she says. She embraces the cat girl as if it was her own human child. all the while continuing to shower Coconut with gratitude.
君
What
の
is
名
your
前
name?
は
asks the food stand owner. It's Coconut, says Coconut. Thank you so very much,
本当
Coconut
にあり
Chan.
がとう。こ
I'll
の恩は
never
絶
forget
対に
this,
忘
says
れない
the
よ。
food stand owner.
君
If
が
it
いな
weren't
か
for
ったら
you,
うち
my
の
daughter
娘は
might
いな
not
く
be
なっ
here
てた
with
かも
me
しれな
right
いんだ。
now, she says.
本
Thank
当
you.
に
From the
本
bottom
当
of
にあ
my
りが
heart,
とう。
says the food stand owner. I'm not sure what to do in this kind of situation, so I just pat Coconut on the head. You should be proud of what you just did, Coconut, says Kashao. You saved her, Coconut, he says. Kashao-sama, says Coconut. Thanks. Thank you, says Coconut.
ございます。
She bites her lip. Even though she was the one who did the saving, she acts like she was the one who was rescued. I pat her on the head once again. I can only give you some takoyaki in return, but, says the food stand owner. Well, how does that sound, she asked. Is that alright, Kashao-sama, asked Coconut. Of course, says Kashao. Let's take her up on her offer. Well then, we'll accept her offer, says Coconut. She looks so happy she could cry. I reaffirmed the biggest smile I've seen today with a nod. Thanks for the food. Thank you. It was delicious, says Vanilla. Chocolate's so satisfied. Nice and full, meow. Milk's takoyaki was nice and crunchy. So delicious, says Vanilla. I never imagined there'd come a day where I'd be so stuffed with takoyaki, says Coconut. There are so many wonderful things in this world that I still don't know about, she says. We ended up eating all the ingredients you just bought. Sorry, says Kashao. The three cat girls, sprawled out on the bench, glance over at the stall owner as they bow their heads. It's no problem at all, says the food stall owner. You saved my milk's life. This is nothing in comparison, she says. I'm happy to see all of you eating so much too, says Milk. Yeah, it was great. Thanks, says Kashao. She closes her eyes blissfully as I pet her head. I guess this kind of reaction is the same for every cat girl. Oh, that's right. Master, says Chocolate. Our card, our shop's business card. You should come visit us sometime, says Vanilla. We have an all-you-can-eat cake, she says. That sounds like a great idea, says Coconut. I'll give you some special cakes as thanks for the takoyaki, free of charge, she says. Yeah, please come visit us sometime, says Kashao. Wow. Thanks so much, mister, says Milk. Dummy. He's still a young man, says the food stall owner. Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. Thanks so much, Oni-chan, says Milk. She bows to me apologetically. Even though she says it in such an innocent tone, it doesn't feel sincere. Well, either way works for me, I guess. Anyway, we should be going now, says Kashao. Alright. We'll definitely drop by your place one of these days. Really, thanks again, says the food stall owner. Thank you, big sis Coconut. Thank you, says Milk. The most important thing is that you're safe, Milk, says Coconut. Hey, Milk. A cat girl should never ever do anything to make their master sad. Understand, says Coconut? Okay, I won't. Never ever. I promise, says Milk. Milk sticks out her tiny pinky finger. Coconut does the same and they cross their fingers in a pinky swear. Yeah, it's a promise. You're a good girl, says Coconut. Chocolate too. Chocolate promises too. Chocolate pinky swears on it, she says. Break a promise and get kneaded with an egg beater, says Vanilla. Don't use the shop's equipment like that, says Kashao. That just sounds downright painful. Though I suppose it depends on whether it's actually running or not, thinks Kashao. It's really hard to tell when Vanilla is joking or serious, even now. Really? Thanks for everything. See you again, says the food stand owner. Sure. Goodbye, says Kashao. Bye-bye. See you next time, big sister, says Milk. Milk waves her little hand with all the enthusiasm she can muster. We leave the park, waving back to them countless times. Kashao-sama, says Coconut. Yeah, asks Kashao. I really hope they come to Lost Soleil soon, says Coconut. I'm sure they will, says Kashao. And when they do, you'll be waiting on their table, right, he asks. Yes. I'll work hard and do my job well, says Coconut. Coconut nods, replying in a clear, resolute voice. I don't see a hint of sadness in her smile. A lot has happened, but I'm glad to see Coconut upbeat again. I keep that, the best part of my day, in my heart, as I walk back home with the three cat girls. Alrighty, boys, I think I'm gonna call it here for this episode. As always, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time for more Nekopara Volume 2.